One of the key elements underpinning her transformation has been the intensive incorporation of rotational training into her daily regimen. This form of training, often overlooked or undervalued in mainstream discussions about tennis conditioning, has quietly but powerfully redefined her playing style, increasing both the velocity and effectiveness of her shots in match situations. It is no exaggeration to say that rotational training has become the bedrock of her recent competitive success, granting her the physical tools to deliver shots that are not only powerful, but also exceptionally difficult to read or return. To understand the importance of rotational training in Samsonova's development, one must first appreciate the fundamental role that rotation plays in the biomechanics of tennis. Tennis is not a linear sport. Nearly every shot, from the serve to the forehand to the backhand, involves some degree of rotational movement, typically beginning at the hips and working up through the torso, shoulders, and arms. These kinetic chains, when fully optimized, allow players to convert ground reaction forces into explosiveness and control. What rotational training does is strengthen and synchronize these kinetic chains, allowing for more efficient energy transfer during play. In Samsonova's case, this has been a breakthrough. She has always had the raw physicality, but by improving how her body rotates, how it winds up and uncoils, she has unlocked a new dimension of performance. The most striking difference in her game can be seen in the sheer pace of her ground strokes. She is now capable of generating extraordinary racket head speed with what seems like effortless fluidity. But this isn't magic, nor is it just natural talent. It's the direct result of her training to better coordinate her torso and hips, so that every shot benefits from the torque generated through rotation. In real terms, that means her forehand has gone from powerful to punishing. The ball comes off her strings like a missile, with a heavy, skidding trajectory that stays low and fast, forcing her opponents into rushed defensive positions. And on her backhand, that same rotational core stability has made the shot more compact, yet more explosive, giving her the option to redirect pace or go down the line with a level of authority that consistently catches her rivals off guard. Rotation is not only about adding power, though. It is also about consistency and repeatability. When the body learns to rotate as a unit rather than in disconnected segments, it leads to cleaner, more reproducible mechanics. This means Samsonova's timing has improved significantly. She's now better able to position herself for each shot with her hips and shoulders aligned, allowing her to meet the ball in her optimal strike zone more frequently. This has made her a more stable player under pressure, less prone to wild misses or overhitting. Her footwork, too, has subtly benefited from this rotational improvement. Because she's no longer relying solely on her arm or shoulder to generate power, she moves more economically, with greater anticipation and more calculated angles. She doesn't just react to the ball, she meets it on her terms, often hitting winners from positions that would previously have produced neutral or even defensive shots. But perhaps the most profound impact of rotational training on Samsonova's game is how it has weaponized her serve. Her service motion, now more fluid and explosive, is a direct reflection of the work she's done on her torso and core rotation. A well-executed tennis serve is essentially a whip, where the power begins from the ground up, wins through the hips, surges through the torso, and finally snaps through the arm and wrist. For Samsonova, that whip effect has become dramatically more pronounced. Her ball toss and racket drop have become more synchronized with the rotational drive of her trunk, producing not just more speed, but a more deceptive trajectory. Her first serve now regularly clocks in at speeds that put opponents on the defensive immediately, often resulting in aces or weak returns. But perhaps more importantly, her second serve has gained in both pace and spin, making it a reliable tool rather than a potential liability. This has shifted the dynamic of her service games entirely. She's now able to hold with authority, dictate from the baseline, and use her serve as a launching pad for aggressive play, rather than simply a way to start the point. All of these elements, more powerful ground strokes, better consistency, improved footwork, and a weaponized serve, contribute to a singular outcome: unreturnability. This term, often reserved for the very best in the game, now applies to Samsonova with growing frequency. Her ability to hit through the court, to force errors or outright winners with a single stroke, has increased so noticeably that even top-tier opponents are struggling to find solutions. When she is on, when the rhythm of her rotation aligns perfectly with the timing of the ball, she can end points in 3 shots or less. It is in these moments that the full value of rotational training becomes evident. The ball explodes off her racket with a heaviness and unpredictability that challenges even the best defenders. And because this power is not coming at the expense of control, she's able to repeat it over and over without breaking down, without reverting to error-prone patterns. This strategic emphasis on footwork training has been instrumental in addressing her previous movement limitations and elevating her overall performance on the court. Footwork is a fundamental aspect of tennis that directly influences a player's ability to reach the ball efficiently, maintain balance, and execute shots with precision. By improving her footwork, Samsonova has enhanced her court coverage, allowing her to respond more effectively to her opponents' shots and maintain a competitive edge during rallies. One key component of her footwork training involves agility ladder drills, which are designed to improve coordination, speed, and foot placement. These drills require rapid, precise movements through a ladder laid on the ground, helping to enhance neuromuscular coordination and reaction time. Such improvements are crucial for a player like Samsonova, who relies on quick directional changes and explosive movements to dominate points. In addition to ladder drills, Samsonova incorporates cone exercises into her training regimen. These drills simulate the quick, multi-directional movements required during a match, enhancing her ability to change direction swiftly and maintain balance. By practicing movements around cones placed in various patterns, she develops better spatial awareness and agility, which are essential for effective court coverage. Shadow drills, where she simulates match play without a ball, are another integral part of her footwork training. These drills focus on movement patterns, anticipation, and recovery steps, allowing her to refine her footwork and court positioning without the added complexity of ball contact. This practice enhances her muscle memory and prepares her for real match situations where quick reactions are vital. Moreover, Samsonova's training emphasizes the importance of the split step, a fundamental movement that prepares players to react quickly to their opponent's shots. By mastering the split step, she ensures that she is always ready to move in any direction, improving her reaction time and overall agility on the court. The benefits of this comprehensive footwork training are evident in Samsonova's improved court movement during matches. She now exhibits enhanced stability and balance, enabling her to execute shots with greater control and power. Her improved speed and agility allow her to reach balls that previously would have been out of reach, turning potential defensive situations into offensive opportunities. Furthermore, by addressing her footwork, Samsonova has reduced the number of unforced errors in her game. Proper positioning and balance, achieved through diligent footwork training, have led to more consistent shot execution and increased confidence during high-pressure points. Liudmila Samsonova's ascent in professional tennis has been marked by her powerful ground strokes and formidable serve. However, to compete consistently at the highest level, she recognized the need to enhance her footwork, specifically focusing on speed and quick reaction.